And so you can guess that a newbie at YouTube can be rewarded with opulence, and this is it. But beside from that, I'll tell you this. Here comes my brother getting another payback. He was upstairs in the bedroom in our family house, and he was playing with his friend David. We'll just call him David. And so what happened was I said, I'm going to plan a strategy where my brother comes downstairs, and since he's in his bare feet, he's going to step on his needle and fall all the way down the stairs. Now, that required the 7-year-old Sherlock Holmes to figure it out. So I ran about 10 test patterns up and down the stairs to see where my feet landed on. There was 3 steps, 2 steps to the top landing, and then there was an additional 13 steps all the way to the bottom. So I said, I recorded where my feet naturally hit so I'd get the same pattern. And then I decided time to set up the trap. He's upstairs with David, and I didn't just take a stupid little kid's hat pin from a shirt. No, I went to my mother's sewing box and I got her thickest 3-inch sewing needle. And I said, just like a dangerous punji stick in jungle warfare, I sewed it into the stairs. And I sewed it in on like the 3rd tread from the landing so that his feet would hit it right where I wanted them to, and he would scream and fall all the way down the stairs. Nice guy, but I had my reasons. So without further ado, I go in the other downstairs living room and I yell up the open stairs to the upstairs and I say, Eddie, David, lunch is ready, come and get it. And I retire to the other room to enjoy the fun. Well, I hear this across the steps upstairs. It's getting close, and all of a sudden I hear ba-boom, ah! And a tumble and fall, and I knew that my plan had been a resounding success. It was brilliant in execution and lethal in concept, but there was only one small problem. In my dreams of revenge, I never stopped to think what would happen if his friend came down the stairs first. So his friend David was the one that hit the thing. It went in between his toes, between like the big web of the toe and the next toe. So it was just where I wanted it, in between the flesh, and then he fell all the way down the stairs. By God, I am a demon. I have discovered the power of how to get revenge. So the only tragedy was after that was my mother had to take the neighborhood kid to the doctor, and they pulled it out of his foot with the pliers. And as they did that, I knew then this story was radioactive, and I waited a full 5 years to tell my brother and then my mother, when it was all over, that it wasn't an accident. It was the demon seed. So I got him back, and that's the end of the needle in the stairs. Don't try this at home, kids.